And then staying out west, we did mention the Lakers, who have been able to recently leapfrog Denver and find themselves back at third again. And they lately have sort of been leveling out, but they have been one of the hotter teams since the All-Star break, or really since the trade deadline. Well, actually, forget that, since before the trade deadline, and one of the crazier runs that a team has gone on this season with no Anthony Davis, with all this controversy influx with Luka joining the team, but yeah, um, they beat OKC today. That was one of the things that I was talking about, where they're facing OKC twice to close the season, and I thought that could have a huge impact on where they finish.
Oh,
but
wow.
they were able to beat OKC and rather handily. And
like 27.
Yeah, and they do face them again in 2 days. So I do think that will be interesting. While I was initially writing those off as high likelihood to be losses, ever since OKC lost that game against the Rockets before this Lakers game today, which made them no longer eligible to win 70 games, I think that they are kind of going into that coast mode to close the season now.
Down. Yeah.
Yeah, not in the fullest sense, because Shea did play today, but he didn't score a single point in the fourth quarter, and he didn't
shutting down the intensity.
Exactly. Shea didn't get to the free throw line for the first time in, I think it's like 3.5 years or something like that. I saw a stat on that, but he didn't get to the line today since the first time since 2021. So yeah, I think now that 70 is no longer in play. One, Shea's not going to win the MVP anymore, so that's off the table. And then, just kidding, guys. And then, but yeah, I could very much see the Thunder just sort of accepting maybe even some fines to close the season and just not playing their guys as much. So the Lakers, I'm actually after the win today, I'm actually really liking their chances against their next game against OKC in 2 days. I don't think that's going to be as daunting anymore as it was last time we talked. And then, after that, the Mavs, they're playing the Rockets, and then they're closing the season against Portland. So, that Rockets game is not going to have as much weight as is not going to have that much weight at all, just because I think the Rockets have a comfortable enough lead at this point that we don't really have to worry about anybody else catching them. And so, yeah, I mean, the Lakers could very well slide into this third spot to close the season, which I think they would really, really prefer. It would be, yeah, I mean, it would be a really good opportunity for them to potentially make that. I mean, this could be their route to the Western Conference Finals. It is possible. It's on the table. And if they do finish third, I think that's their best chance for sure.
Yeah, no, it's pretty impressive to think that would line up the way that it would if they could hang on to that. Because, yeah, they're sitting pretty. They're 2 games up at least 2 games up in the win column on the Warriors, 4. So it's, I think you mentioned, it's kind of stunning to see what's going on with Denver, and it's obviously, you've already sold me on Shea last week, but like Jokic's MVP chances are, they fall slightly with every loss. I feel like
his stock is going down a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. There's more.
Well, even today against the Pacers, he had a 30-point triple-double halfway through the third quarter. So it's not like for lack of Jokic-esque games, we're getting them. We're getting the best of still. But
yeah,
it's just not enough. You're right. If the team's not doing well, the stock's going to go down. That's just kind of how it is.
So it's, which is funny because I feel like a year ago, I kind of was always rolling my eyes at you going off about him every time, and have sold me on the unbelievable talent that he is. And so now it's like, man, it's disappointing to see, even though he is still putting up impressive, crazy numbers. That is who we always say we're never going to see it again, and I can't, with the way that the body types of Wembenyama and Chet Holmgren are coming out, like who knows what's possible in the future. So uh, it's impressive to at least I'm taking the moment to be impressed and realize like this is a one of a kind talent that we won't see for very long. I don't feel like because just he doesn't have the love of the game as we all see. He's just incredibly talented and knows it. So it's how many more years are we going to get of this guy just flinging, doing whatever? It's like he's just some magician out there.
Yeah, playing water polo on a basketball court.
That
I
is
guess I was
true.
gonna say one more thing about the Lakers. One thing that's been really promising for them is one of their most recent wins against Memphis. Everybody's just beating up on Memphis these days. Their big three, that is LeBron, Luca, and Austin Reeves, combined for 85 points in that game, and then they squeaked out a low scoring game, low scoring, low efficiency game against the Rockets. Kind of just a bit of a slugfest in that one, and then today again that win against OKC. So you kind of like I mean you like seeing this going into the playoffs, them being able to win games in different ways. So I mean I'm not super high on the Lakers this year. I think they have a very good future. They're another team that's going to be really exciting to watch in the offseason and before next trade deadline, just because they're going to be so motivated to be building. And I mean, not just internally, but externally, the pressure they're going to be getting to be building a team around Doncic. So, they got the carpet rolled out in front of them for a while now. I don't expect them to make too much noise in this playoffs. But again, if they finish third, that would be their best route to the conference final. So anyway, I feel like that's a little bit